Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's me. Welcome to Saturday Night Shenanigans and Love After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 10, Running from Love. I'm here with tonight's recap. It's just me again, but I promise you, next weekend for our season finale, I will have some cast members with us for a big season finale party. So, how's everybody? Hope everyone's having a great weekend. Looking forward to Thanksgiving. I'm making a ham with all the sides, stuffing, 3 types of potatoes, carrots, probably, string beans, Brussels sprouts. And I'll let my mother-in-law, my husband decide what they want for dessert because they're the sweet eaters. So looking forward to Thanksgiving. It's Saturday. I'm feeling better. I still have the sniffles. And I'm stoned as usual. So a PSA. So this episode was something else. Joy and Red. And we're gonna get into it. I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna let some people get into the room. Hi everybody. Hi Erica. It's Saturday. Just chilling out. And looking forward to Thanksgiving. My son's coming home on Monday. I'm happy about that. My husband and I went shopping. He bought me a bunch of new clothes. That's pretty cool. So yeah, let's get into the episode. Sheree and Anthony, they were rushing to get home, okay? Because they had 10 minutes to make it through a 5-minute town. And Anthony was all in the back seat, like, yo, we gotta go, okay? Because I gotta get home. We have like 10 minutes, and this town is only like 5-minute big, so I don't know what's taking it so long. But they made it home. Like, we didn't know that he was gonna make it home. Okay. Anyway, so she just wanted everything to be perfect for him because he's such a good guy, guys. He's such a good guy. He may have the personality of cardboard. I'm sorry. He is just so dry. That's the only word I could find to describe him. Hi, Deidre. He's just so dry. Okay. And she's just so like over the top and out there, and he's just like there. So she wanted everything to be perfect for him. And she's upset because his friends didn't show up. But he's happy with everything. He appreciates everything. He had a good time. Hi, Lindsay. So give me 1 second. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So anyway, she just wanted everything to be perfect for him. And he's like, babe, don't worry. I appreciated everything. So now we have the mock job interview. Guys, what did you think about that? I mean, can you imagine having him walk in and try to interview for a job at your place? And Sheree being a human resources, I mean, that was just like, whoa, okay. I didn't even know what to think. I mean, personality of cardboard. I mean, cardboard has more personality than Anthony. I'm sorry. And Sheree's trying so hard to mold him, and he can't be molded. He's just Anthony. I'm sorry. So, and I just have a question. How is Sheree able to wake up the next day after the party with a face full of makeup and it's not on the sheets or anything? I want to know what brand of makeup she uses. So if I decide to do that, I won't get it on my sheets. So anyway, Joy and Red, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, reminds me of Derek and Monique. I mean, geez, girl. So first of all, Joy is telling Red that she's hurt about the whole family situation and how his family was treating her. And Red just has his phone in his hand. He couldn't give a shit about what she was saying. I mean, the girl is hurt. She has tears in her eyes. trying to tell him about, her feelings, and Red is like texting, Red, he couldn't give a shit. So she's like, who the fuck are you texting? Why is your phone always in your hand? Then she discovers that he has pictures of his homegirls. Okay. Pictures that he was probably jacking off to while he was in the hole. And he's been talking to his homegirls. Okay. And she's like, what the fuck is going on here? I've come all the way out here. I've spent all this money, 7 years of my life, and now I'm finding this out. And she freaks the fuck out. Okay. She's crying, yelling, throwing shit at him. I can't trust you. She discovers the album of all these pictures, and she's like, how the fuck would you feel if I had all these pictures? And he's just like, no big deal. Like, it's my homegirls. These are my homegirls. Okay. So he calls Bestie, and Bestie is just willing to come and pick him up. And suddenly I thought I was watching 90 Day Fiance Last Resort, because he's talking about a hall pass. And I'm like, you're not Kalani. This is not Kalani and Asuelu. This is not 90 Day Fiance. What the fuck? Why are we talking about a hall pass? He thinks he deserves a hall pass, and he's about to cash it in with Jill. And she's chasing him around. Joy's fucking crying, calling him 100 times. So Jill and Red pull into the gas station. Okay. And before you know it, Joy pulls into the gas station, and Red's like, oh shit, she's here. And he tries to duck under the dashboard, duck. And Jill's like, don't worry, I'm invisible. What the fuck is going on here? You're just going to snap your fingers and disappear? But Joy doesn't see them. Okay. So Red and Jill go into a hotel, and apparently they do the nasty. Okay. So she's having a fit. Okay. And then she decides, just like he wanted to walk away and he needed his time, she needs her time. Okay. So the two of them are going at it, and now they're in front of his mama's house. And she's like, I'm not bringing you home with me. You could just forget it. I'm not bringing you home with me. That's it. I'm done. And he's like banging on the window of the car. The neighbors are looking at them. They're making a scene. He's been out of jail for how long? 2 days? 3 days? I'm like, what the fuck is happening? So where we left off, she drove off. But they're returning next season. So we know that they're going to, she's going to come back and get him. And, so we're going to see what's going to happen with them. But what the hell? Shit. Okay. So now Chelsea and Mike. Now I interviewed Mike on Wednesday. If you haven't checked it out, please do. I like him a lot. That's all I'm going to say. I don't like Chelsea. And I interviewed Chelsea's ex's sister, Stephanie Howell. If you haven't checked out that interview, please do. Don't like Chelsea, like Mike a lot. Okay. So now Mike has been out for a month, and his friend David comes to see him. And David is hot. Okay. So David was the one that made a big fuss to get Mike medical attention when he was having a stroke. Okay. So if David wasn't there, Mike would be up Schitt's Creek. So Chelsea tells her dad that she wants him to meet Mikey finally. And Dad is still not on board, because Dad's like, all of your boyfriends in the past have been basically scumbags. And the last boyfriend you had, I had to keep my eye on him when he was here to make sure he didn't steal my shit. And, I'm not too crazy about this. So the one thing that made Mike like kind of about Chelsea was a recent argument that they had, because Mike wanted to buy a 4-wheeler. Okay. And Chelsea was like, no, I need you to save your money. I have $5,000 saved. And Mike is like, okay, where did you get $5,000 to save it? And Chelsea wouldn't tell him. So Mike is like, is she doing something illegal? Does she have a sugar daddy? Like, I need to know how, where her money is coming from. And she said it's from selling stuff online. And Mike's like, you don't make $5,000 from selling junk online. So he's like, I'm on parole. And if she's doing something against the law, it could fuck me up. So that's like a red flag for Mike. So now he goes to see his daughter. And this is where I'm just like, oh gosh. So his daughter is sad mad because he's going to Ohio for 2 weeks and because he's moving. And his daughter really, really wishes that he would stay because she already missed out on 4 years with him. And you can tell that deep down inside, she wishes her parents would get back together. And it's just like, ugh. But I know that Mike will do the best he can to be there for her. When you watch my interview with him, you're going to see he's a really, really good guy. So, he talks to her, he has a conversation with her. It's one of those scenes that you're just like, oh. So, yeah. Now, Brittany and Andy, on the other hand, it's like, holy shit. Especially after watching this, I cannot believe that they are currently together. Yes, they are currently together, guys. Okay. Apparently, they're engaged, they're happy. Her kids, hang out with Andy. I mean, they're like one big happy family. But after seeing this, it's like, whoa. So she's outside, like, hello, do you have a phone? 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 Excuse me, do you have a phone? 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 Until Andy comes outside and Andy's like, here, you want a phone? Okay, here's a phone. And she's like, okay, I need to call my mother to come and get me because I can't be here anymore. And she's like, he's not who he says he is, okay? He's not calm. He lies, and then he lies about lying. I can't be here. So she calls her mother, she calls Gracie and tells Gracie to call her mother to come and get her from the church parking lot. And you know what's ironic about the whole thing? She was standing next to a dumpster the whole time. So Andy pulls up for one last plea, and she's like, no, get the hell away from me. And then she tells the producers, I'm proud of myself. I empowered myself for the first time. I don't feel like using. Gets in the car with her mother and leaves. And it's like, whoa. Okay. Then to find out that Brittany and Andy are currently engaged after that whole scene where she's like, I'm out of here. And Andy's like, you know something? If she's not going to be in this house with me, I'm taking my shit and I'm out of here. Yeah. Okay. Now, Melissa and Louis. This whole thing cracks me up. Louis home and he's irritated. Okay. And of course, Donna, being the ever loving, shit stirring Italian mother, is there with an open ear. Okay. So he's like, Mom, Melissa wants me to be more, I'm independent. So I was more independent and I bought the car. And now Melissa's mad at me because I bought the car for $5,500 when she's paying $4,500 for my teeth. And Donna's like, listen, she can't have her cake and eat it too. I don't know what her problem is. So then Donna's like, Donna has all the soup out. She's like, I'm getting everything ready for your surgery. Don't you worry. And I can't believe how you could be with a girl that's so controlling and doesn't like your mother. And on cue, Melissa calls and she's like, you see? Donna cracks me up. Okay. Typical pot stirring Italian mom. Okay. So then Melissa can't make it for the surgery. Melissa has decided that she is going to make a stand, okay? Because in her eyes, Louis hasn't made any strides to come to New Jersey. Okay. So she's not going to make any strides and spend any more money to go down to Georgia. I'm thinking in my head, homegirl, you are shooting yourself in the foot because all you are going to do is just provide another opportunity for Donna to baby Louis. And as if on cue, the producers cut to Donna like setting up the couch for him. Okay. So Melissa's telling him that she's not going to come down because, she has work and whatever, but she's lying. She doesn't have work. So Louis like, okay, I guess, my mother's going to take care of me, basically. And she's like, you see what I mean? And this is how we're going to, argue back and forth, and whatever. So mom goes with him to the dentist like a good mama, like a good Italian mom would. Okay. And Melissa calls. She takes that moment to call and basically tell Louis, you're not bossing up enough. I need space. And hangs up on him. So Louis like, okay, you need space? Fine. So, no, I'm sorry. Melissa called to say that she needed more space. So Louis decided to boss up and hang up on her. That's how that went. So Louis was like, can you believe this, Mom? She lied about having work. She just didn't want to come down. And Donna was like, oh, really? What kind of a girlfriend does that? Louis, you could do better than that. You could get yourself a nice Southern girl. Keep your options open, Louis. Stirring the pot with her wooden spoon. Donna stirring the pot with her wooden spoon like a good Italian mother would. Because let me tell you, I would be doing the same shit. No offense, Melissa, but I would be doing the same shit. And Melissa, you're a mom yourself, and you'll be doing the same shit for your daughter, okay? Stirring the pot with your wooden spoon, like a good Italian mother should. So Donna decides that she's going to find somebody for Louis in the dentist's office. So she pulls out Michelle, the hygienist. She's like, hi, let me ask you a question. Are you single? I have my son for you. Come. Louis, make her a cup of coffee. Michelle's like, I feel like I'm on a job interview here. So, but Donna's like, you see, keep your options open. All I have to say is only Donna could find the one chick in Georgia that has a New Jersey hairdo. Okay. Her hair was like this high. So anyway, now Brittany and Key Rock. And I'm going to light my joint for this one because Brittany is stressing me the fuck out. I could imagine how she's stressing out Key Rock, but I'm going to light my joint for this one. Give me 1 second, guys. Oh my goodness. So Key Rock is on the phone with his goddaughter. His goddaughter, Nyla, is adorable. Okay. And he's, on FaceTime talking to his goddaughter. And Brittany comes in the room and Brittany's like, oh, she's so cute. And you knew that the baby conversation was going to come up in 0.25 seconds. And it did. She took the phone and she asked the baby's mother, Ebony, hi, Ebony, do you think Key Rock will make a good dad? So Key Rock, try again. I didn't ask you anything, Siri. So Key Rock told Brittany once again for the 1015th time, I do not want to have a child right now. I do not want to go through any procedures. I do not want to do anything. Think about having a child. I just came out of jail. And yeah. And Brittany is pushing the children issue. I get it, Brittany. I get it that you want to have a baby. And I get everything, that it's a procedure. It's a process. It could take up to 5 years. It's a long-term process. I get all that. But let Key Rock get his feet wet. Let Key Rock get a job. Let him start a career. Let him decide what he wants to do with his life before he produces another life. I mean, Brittany, I'm starting to think that you want to have a baby so bad so you could be a stay-at-home mom and not finish your education or get a real job. I mean, girl, calm down. You have a little time to have a child. Whew. It's like everything is a baby conversation. It's irritating me. I could imagine how it's irritating Key Rock. Whew. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching me, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll be working on some 90-day scoops, so keep on the lookout for that if you're into 90 Day Fiancé. And that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.